Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to my, as I give position, welcome to my humble homestead in the forest. And today we're talking about garlic yet again, but this time about storing it. If you are a very big consumer of garlic, you may not have to worry about it because by storing it, because you will go through it faster than it can go bad, or it can go soft, or it can go poofy, or anything like that, spongy. Or you may not even have a huge garlic harvest to even worry about. I have these 10-pound bags, maybe 5 of them. So storing it, I've been experimenting with how to store them so they can last into the next year. So it is now October the 4th, and soon we'll be planting the garlic for next year's harvest. And you always keep the biggest ones for that. You won't see that here today. Today what I have is all the ones that we're going to, that's for our own consumption, the smaller ones. And if I want them to stay as nice and hard and whatever usable till February, March, or maybe beyond, then they need to be stored really well. And so my understanding is that air is your enemy, just like oxidization of anything. You know how you take antioxidants for yourself. So today I'm going to be experimenting with 3 different things. I've just got 2 of them here for you. I just sat down to do it, and I thought maybe I'll do a video, because it's very heartbreaking to go through so much of what it takes to have garlic, which means I just explained that we have to be planting the garlic for next year soon into the ground. It's one of the first things that goes in the ground. The garlic goes in the previous year, sort of a fall, around that time. Maybe even November, I'm not sure. But anyway, so you go through it, and the next year you tend to it, maybe you water it, maybe you make sure that there are no weeds, because garlic doesn't like to share. We have beds, so our garlic beds need to be free of anything. It just can only be garlic. And if it's a dryer, you have to water it, and if it's all these things, the soil that you prep, and then you go through, I have a video on that, check for garlic moth, clip them before it bores down to the garlic and destroys your garlic. All that stuff you do, and then you harvest it, and then you cure it. This is cured now. And then imagine by not storing it properly, it goes to waste. Well, it doesn't go to waste, but it quickly goes bad before you have a chance to use it. So here I have, these are, we don't consume coffee, but this could be, these had peanuts in it, roasted peanuts. So that's part of the zero waste. We don't throw these out. What I don't use for this sort of thing, or for my dry, say like nettles and whatever, which don't any of the herbs really, or flowers that you harvest, they don't like light. I know they're prettier in a glass container that you can see, but they fade, and they're very heat sensitive. So in this sort of thing, tin, no light, and then they'll keep longer. And also these guys, which our organic coconut oil comes in. So I just take the label off, wash it, and not that it's filthy, it's just coconut oil, and some goes in there. Now, the difference between these 2, I think you figured out already. One clear, lets light in, one doesn't let light in. I'm not worried about heat building up in there, because we're going into winter, so it's not a question of, what if this metal gets heated up and it gives heat and they start to perhaps germinate. I'm not worried about it because it's winter time. I am a bit worried about these guys because so clear that light can get in there. Thing is though, we've dedicated an area of the house to storing just such a things like this, and say potatoes or onions. It's not a cold cellar, and when building this structure, we didn't have the space or ran out of money, whatever you want to think of it. Before we had so we don't have a cold storage. It's not kind of too late. You can't go down now, but you can go build an addition to the house to do that. So that's one option for you. But then it has to be really insulated because it's not heated. Depending on where you live, it might get too cold. It might freeze. That's another whole issue. So that's two things that they're going to go in there. The third thing, I'll just tell you what it is. You know those suction bags that you can get for traveling, whatever. It's got a little screw thing on it, and then you put your vacuum to it and it sucks the air out, and then you quickly put the cap back on before it air tights it before the air gets back in. That's a good option too. That's one. I didn't bring that out because I got to bring the vacuum out, and then you don't want to hear that. Now in these containers, I'm going to be putting these things in it. These are just silica gel packages from my daughter's. You've seen these before. Seaweed packages. So I saved these guys, and I'm going to be putting them into each one of these containers. What it is that basically keeps the moisture and or humidity out, I think. So that would be a way to make sure that as much of it, because I can't suck the air out of these containers. The other thing is that like a Jenga Tetris game, I'm going to pack in as much as I can of my garlic into these containers so that I'm never going to get all the air out, I understand that, but so that at least there isn't a lot of air left in there. So, I mean, I don't think you need to see me do that, but I'll just do these so you can kind of see. Beautiful, beautiful fall days. I hope you're having gorgeous days where you live. Actually, this is the way I'm doing this. This is perfect. I just managed to put 2, 4, 6, 8, and that's a little big. 9, and that almost completely covered the base of it. So that's very little air showing. And then I just put the rest of them upside down into those holes that I was not able to cover with the other ones, with the first layer. Yes, this is working a treat. So then at the very end, I will put my silica gels. I don't know if there's another name for that. That's in Japanese. We're buying seaweed from Japan when we have our own ocean here. But these are organic. Maybe there is such a thing as seaweed in Canada, it's just not organic. I don't know. Wow, I should have counted. You distracted me. I'm still forcing them in there. I just want to pack in as much as I can before I put one package with that. Now, if I can find a small one, well, none of these are so small that I can put in that little hole. Well, maybe this one. You don't want to bruise them though, because if you do, you're scratching. By the way, I know it's prettier to take these papers off, but the more paper you take off of these nice bundles of joy, the more you expose them to everything, like air and light, all those things, heat or cold, whatever it may be. Yeah, I managed to put that one in there. I just don't know if I'll be able to close the lid. Now, one of these guys, and Bob's my uncle. Yeah, that's a clear one for you, and I'll let you go because I know you have things to do. Everyone has things to do. As I do this, I'm trying to but I'm trying to move them around somewhat so that I can squeeze, yeah, like, yeah, like that, like so, and I can put more in there. This one I think is going to be holding more than the other one, but which one will last longer? And I will, if I remember, I will come and do a video for you and let you know that, I mean, this will be in December or maybe at best, I think March, to let you know what method worked best. And we go through a lot of garlic, and towards the very end, this is what I've been doing lately. Towards the very end, when I'm getting to the end of the season, end of my viability of my garlic, that they're not maybe so perfectly edible. I mean, they're still edible, but you might have to cut some parts of it off because it's say March and it's lasted that long. Now, when I start noticing that it's starting to go kind of bad, that's when I'm going to make, and that's when I do make sort of a garlic paste. Do you know what I mean by garlic paste? So I get a blender or a chopper, whatever you want to call it. I'm not very into names and things. And in it I put, so I take the skin off, peel the skin off, and put a bit of olive oil, a bit of lemon juice, and a bit of salt. And that's basically it. Olive oil is just, and lemon juice is just to basically help blend it, help move it so that they don't stick. Because garlic has this sort of a sticky substance to it too. Oh no, can I put one little one? Let's see. Yes. Maybe another little one. Really now. Where would I put that? Yeah, and what happens is I do that, and see how that goes in there, but with the lid closed. See, it's sticking out. Can you see how it's? No, that's not good, because that's the thing though. I don't want you to bruise it. My package. See when you. Oh, I don't know if you can hear. When you shake it, you shouldn't really hear anything. What I mean is that you've packed. It just means that you've packed it as much as you can. It's like it shouldn't be like a. What's that musical instrument that you shake and makes noise? You know. And so that's that. So I just. If you want to watch me do a couple more, you can. But I don't know. Obviously, you're free to go whenever you want. I'm just doing this. Because although it's a gorgeous day, 25 degrees today, which is very rare for us because nighttime temperatures now can go down to minus temperatures. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can and hit outside because it's gorgeous outside and I don't want to miss a day like today. My favorite time of the year. If you have any tips for anyone else, let us know. I mean, this isn't my invention. I mean, I'm learning from other people too. I'm just sharing with you what I've learned, what I've seen folks around here do, my own, I don't want to say mistakes, but, because who knows everything? I think I should leave it at that, unless I find really small pieces, broken up pieces. Like this one is actually, oh no, it's kind of going soft. Now this has to be eaten soon. Your silica. Perfect. Kind of heavy. So these are the smallest ones that of the harvest. Can you see? And so what it is that these are going to consume first. I don't know why. Because, well, actually, I kind of do. Because they're so small, I can go through a lot of them quickly and leave the bigger ones as they are. Somehow I feel like the bigger ones last longer. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching.